is clutch day, I guess. Never had the car this high off of the ground, which is kind of scary, but... Alright, so, first part done. We got the Y pipe. I think it's the Y pipe. This is what I was talking about not wanting to do in the car. Like, yeah, that's pretty bad compared to the other side. That side's pretty far gone. And I also have this, which is not fun. Oh well. Okay, now, new update. Ditto? We got the drive shaft out. Look at that. Look at that. Wow, so nice. Oh, so greasy. Oh, you can't even see it. Oh, so greasy. So nice. So now, I believe I have to get this cross member off. So first thing was the Y pipe, now the cross member. And you do eventually have to get like all these plugs, and where's another one? All these plugs and stuff. But I don't really want to do that quite yet. So we're under the car right now. Obviously, so far I've taken out the trans mount. You should not do that. Leave that in there. It's gonna make it a lot harder until the end, at least. Let's see. I've gotten all these sensors. These are for the O2.
All these different switches. Up there is a bracket. Those are 2 10s. These brackets right here. Right there. 14s. Everything else is a 14. There's a switch right there.
Yeah, so it's really not the worst. There's one all the way up in here. I have no clue what it is, but yeah, that's the clip's like right on the bottom. Yeah, that's pretty hard to get out. So. Oh well. Okay. It's about an hour later. Probably an hour later. I don't know. I haven't really been keeping track of time. But we've gotten pretty far, to be honest. So I'm just holding the trans up like that. I've got everything out. I took the slave cylinder off. It's just 2 12 mils right there, and that's just hanging right here because I'm replacing the slave cylinder, and then this clutch line that goes all the way up to there. So that I don't need. I've got all the bolts loose on the bell housing. Half the ones on this side are off, so pretty much just after those it's time to drop it. So we'll see how that goes. I'm had to take this little middle brace off that's chilling right there. It does have 2 little rubber grommets on the top, so make sure you don't lose those. Another thing you could do is get one of these metal trays that like holds bolts. This one fell off the car while I was impacting something, so I'm just gonna stay there because I have no idea where it goes. Yeah, so not too bad. We're making progress. We definitely are. Then let me come up here. Oh yeah. And these bolts were just 14s, and they came off super easily. Yeah. Wow, how did I just get something in my eye? I'm way back here. What the? All right. So the trans is completely unbolted. This is what I ended up doing. So there's all these bolts that hold it on. I believe it's these 2 that hold on your starter. And then yeah. We got the, I almost called this a clutch. But we got the transmission out. It really was actually really easy. This car is being very compliant today. I probably just jinxed it. But, oh well. That's real nice. And previous owner left me a nice little present in the bell housing. So yeah. It'll be fine. This is everything I have to put in. I'm gonna do everything. It's gonna be so fun. But yeah, you just take the 4 bolts out that hold the shifter on, and then you can pretty much just drop it. You do have to drop both cross members, but that's about it. Other than that, it's really pretty simple. I didn't mention it, but this video is not a tutorial. I do not know what I'm doing well enough to make a tutorial. This is more just documenting what I'm actually doing to this car. And then, okay, here's the sensor that was all the way on this side of the trans. It did end up breaking off, but it's fine. So, I'm not too worried about that. That's the whole harness. Like, yeah, like, I should not be making tutorials, so I don't. Sorry, but I just cleaned out the trans as much as I could. It used to be pretty disgusting. That's the old clutch fork, old throughout bearing. It comes with a pivot ball, but I'm not sure I want to put that in, because I know they break a lot, so I really can't decide. Let's go ahead and try to put these together. All right, I got that new little ring in the upgraded clutch fork. Not quite sure what about it is upgraded. It's maybe a little thicker, but the thing I just noticed is that right on the lip of this is actually a lot of scoring. So I'm gonna take a file to see if I can ground this down to my best ability. This I got a little better, feels better on my finger. New ring on there. I'm going to press it into the new throwout bearing, but I'm just going to grease them up, obviously. All right. New throwout bearing installed, new clips, new, what's this called, a clutch fork. Make sure you smash it onto that pivot ball back there. Make sure you smash the clip. All I did was just put my foot right here and just pushed it on. Make sure you clean this out, get out any little debris. You know, just in case. You just put some nice stuff in there. You want to keep it nice. That's everything I needed to do inside the case. So, yeah. Should be like super easy to do. You should just be able to barely move your fingers and it moves. Looks good. I cleaned the boot out too, you know. You gotta. Currently, it is the next day. I went to the parts store to get the T55 for the flywheel bolts. I broke them loose with a T50. Don't recommend doing that, but it worked. Loctite, because I noticed they had red Loctite on them, so you always want to make sure you do that. That's important. All right, we are next to the car now. Okay, so I now have my new pressure plate, new clutch, new flywheel. So I'm gonna get all these unboxed and taken apart. Probably only the flywheel for now, and then I'm gonna clean the flywheel off and we'll get it on the car. Okay, here we've got the new flywheel in, 8 T55 bolts, Loctited them and torqued them all to I think 35, I'd say. I'm probably gonna try and tighten them a little more. And then I don't think I filmed this, but this is the braided stainless steel clutch line, and then a brand new OEM slave cylinder, and I also have an OEM master cylinder. The original slave and master have 174,000 on them, so those definitely need to be replaced. I'm gonna get the clutch and pressure plate on here, as well as the alignment tool, and then we'll see how it goes after that. Pressure plate, and then it's the O2 sensor, and then that is all from Z1. Mixed thoughts on them, but yep. All right, so we're nearing the end of the big project right now. basically car redid the whole transmission, clutch, all the internals and all that. The last real part is, I think I showed it, the bell housing on my transmission is cracked. Show it again. Right there. All right, at this point I had finished the clutch and almost got the transmission back in the car. It was currently being fixed, but I did end up taking the front end of the car apart because it wasn't an accident before I got it, but I didn't film enough to make it its own video, so I'm just gonna throw it in here. Okay, it's a hard cut from the last clip that I was doing the clutch, but I got the broken core support off. You have to take off the power steering cooler, the fans. I cut these AC condenser lines because I have to repair them anyway because they leak. You have to take off your radiator hoses, your headlights, all those plugs, and then some bolts on the fenders, and that's about it. I'm not going to be using the AC condenser, which just bolts straight to the radiator. So I'm just gonna put that on there. I really don't remember how much I showed. I really wanted to get this all busted out. I replaced the whole core support on the car. I don't know why I pointed to just that portion, but this was the one that was on the car. You can see this is completely cracked right here. That's just missing. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff it doesn't have. Another thing, I did have to cut just a slight bit right there out of the core support so that my radiator could actually, the mounts could go in where it kind of sits in, and then in order to get that to sit in, I had to cut that bracket to make the coolant lines go back. But other than that, it's all good. So I also don't remember how much I actually filmed of it, but I did install the G Plus oil cooler. I'm actually going to take these off of here and put them on these ones, just because I didn't think they would actually like stick down so low. It doesn't look super low on camera, but it's actually really, really low. So I kind of need those up there. I'm taking it down to San Diego to get all fixed up. So yeah, that's gonna be tomorrow. All right. I forgot to film an outro for that video. Those clips were probably about 2-3 weeks ago. But the car is all good. I got the trans repaired, I got that crack repaired I showed you, moved the oil cooler lines. It's gone about 1,000 miles, no problems. Clutch is good, clutch holds up really well. The new crank sensor is really good, didn't get the solid motor mounts in, but yeah, so I don't know, it was overall success, but I'll catch you in the next video.